Hi Taurus, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your weekly reading for October. I hope you're doing well. I would like to take a quick second to remind you that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every Taurus out there, so guys, just take what resonates for you and leave the rest for someone else. Please keep in mind that the energies can reverse in a general reading. So if it is resonating, get in where you fit in, but as always, Taurus, don't force yourself into a reading that's not for you. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Taurus? Taurus. All right, Taurus, you are starting out with the Knight of Pentacles reversed. You have the Ace of Swords, and you have the Strength card in the reverse. So I feel like you want clarification about something, possibly communication. You're feeling a little bit stuck here, and it seems like you're stuck in fear. You may be fearing what you would hear in this conversation. You could be fearing the truth. There's something you need to work on, though. I feel like there's something within yourself that you need to work on. It could be communication skills. Whatever this is keeping you stuck. It's keeping you from moving forward here. So there is a lot of stuck energy with regard to this. So let's see who's in your energy. Show me who is in, wow, I'm not doing all of that. Show me who is in Taurus energy. All right, so the person in your energy, we have the Page of Wands reversed. We have the Death card reversed and the Ten of Pentacles. So this person that's in your energy, I feel like there may have been an ending between the two of you, but they don't feel like everything is over. There's still emotional attachment. I don't feel like you're currently talking with this person. This is somebody who does think long term. This is someone who wants everything. They want, you know, they want to have a happy family. They want to enjoy, you know, their family of origin. So they want the money. They want everything. And they're not going to settle for anything less than what they believe they deserve. And it does look like this person feels like they deserve a loving, happy relationship, loyalty, children, somebody to grow old with, finances, the home. So I feel like this is somebody that has already made up their mind about what they want in life, and they're not settling for anything less. Now, I do feel like this is somebody who's you're not currently talking with. I also feel like they don't feel this connection is over, and they're not really accepting new offers right now either. So let me see the energy between Taurus and this person. Scorpio energy here. The Emperor in the reverse, Aries energy. So yeah, this is indicating that this is a situation that really has spun out of control, and it does indicate that nobody feels like they should be the one to, you know, take control of the situation. Nobody wants to take responsibility of this. I feel like you're in this very stuck energy, and they're just like, they have feelings and emotions here, but they're not talking. They don't feel it's their responsibility to approach you, to come towards you. Let me see what's affecting the connection. So there's definitely a need for somebody to step up and take control of the situation. You could be a business owner, or you could be a person of authority, or perhaps they are. So what's okay? It's a love relationship. Ace of Cups reversed. Yeah. You want to talk about this, though. You want clarity. If they broke it off, you want clarity as to why. If you broke it off, I feel like you have communication you want to give to this person. Let me see the outcome. Show me the outcome at the end of the week. So this breakup and the way things have ended is deeply affecting whether or not either of you feels like they want to, you know, own this or take responsibility for this. In the outcome, you have the 10 of Swords, or 9 of Swords, I'm sorry. That's a energy where there's a loss of sleep, there's a lot of anxiety. It's almost like waiting for the other shoe to drop. Yours is originating because of fear. They're anxious about whether or not they're going to have the long-term success and happiness that they were hoping for. So you're both experiencing this anxiety and sleepless nights. You know, this breakup, and like I said, the way things ended between the two of you has just left a lot of anxiety for both of you as well. Bottom of the deck is the Magician in the reverse. This is underlying energy. It could indicate that you are dealing with a Gemini. Can also indicate that there's been some manipulation here, but ultimately it shows me that there is something here that's just not manifesting the way it should. And a lot of that is due to the fact that there's heartbreak here, there's anxiety, there's fear, and just a lack of anyone taking charge of the situation. So let's clarify. Spirit, why is the Knight of Pentacles in reverse? Yeah, Wheel of Fortune reversed. And the King of Cups reversed. So the reason things are stuck is because you have these feelings for this person, but you're not willing to express them. And so it's leading to this blockage here of energy. It's because you're not emotionally open. You're not emotionally available. You're not taking charge of this connection, and you're not taking charge of your own emotions. So it's leading to a lot of stuck energy here. You definitely have feelings, though. Why is the Ace of Swords here for Taurus? 7 of Wands and the 9 of Wands. So whatever stance you've taken with regard to communication, I feel like you're tired, but you're going to stand your ground. That's a stubborn energy. That's a very stubborn energy with regard to communication. Because I can see you're exhausted. It's like holding on to all of this and these rules that you've placed in your life. I feel like it's exhausting you, Taurus. It's just literally exhausting you. It's keeping you stuck. You're emotionally constipated, but you won't back down from it. You're like, nope, that's the way it's going to be. It's a very stubborn energy here. And you feel like, you think that it's bringing you power, but it's not. It's really not. It's just exhausting you. Let me see why the Strength card is in reverse. All right, we have the 2 of Cups and we have the Queen of Swords in the reverse. So you're afraid that if you reach out to this person that they're just going to be very nasty to you, very cutting, very mean. Some of you could be afraid as well that it would be the final ending of this connection. And so it's almost, you know, it's almost like you're leaving it open-ended because you don't want to deal with a final ending with this person. I still feel like you love this person. There seems to be like a soulmate energy that's here. You also wish that they would reach out to you. I feel like you want them to reach out to you. You feel like this person has cut you out. I don't know if this person was really nasty to you at some point, but your greatest anxiety with regard to this is that if you reach out to them, they're just going to be very cutting, very harsh, and it'll just be done. And so that's one of the reasons why you're you want to talk to them, but you're waiting for them to contact you. All right, but that, I got to be honest with you, it's still keeping you from moving forward. It's keeping you emotionally constipated, and it's keeping you from, it's all fear-driven. And it's making you exhausted. So it might be time to look at a different way of viewing this. All right, let's look at their energy. Why is the Page of Wands in reverse? This person could be younger than you. All right, we have the Queen of Cups reversed, the 7 of Swords, Page of Pentacles, and the 2 of Swords. This person has options, I will tell you that. But I feel like they're as emotionally shut down as you are. Yeah, they definitely are. So the two of you are actually, it does look like you're soulmates, but you could be karmic soulmates. I'm not sure. You would know. There's been deception here, though. And I do feel like this person's kind of at a crossroads in their life. Yeah, they're definitely at a crossroads in their life. They're feeling a lack of passion. They feel like there's not been any new beginnings. There could have been an attempt to bring this back online, and this person feels like you deceived them, and so now their heart is really shut down. I definitely see that they have new people in their energy. They probably are not telling you about those new people, though, because they do have choices here. Yeah, they do have choices, and I feel like they do want to talk to you. Let's see why the Death card is in reverse. They're keeping their feelings and emotions to themselves, as are you. Three of Coins reversed and the Queen of Wands. So this is a very attractive person. You could be dealing with an Aries, Leo, or a Sagittarius. But this is a very attractive person. They do have a glow up going on since the ending of this connection. I do feel like they are, at this particular point, they feel like things aren't over between the two of you, but they're not going to be really cooperative towards working things out either. Because they're going to be advocating for themselves. So I don't know what happened here, but I feel like they're advocating for self. Let me see why the Ten of Pentacles is here. This is somebody who's fun to be around. I feel like people enjoy their company. They're very attractive. All right, we have the Five of Cups. We have the Queen of Pentacles. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. So I do feel like they are focused on you, but I have to be honest with you. This person has an idealized view of what it is that they want in life. And they're questioning at this point if you ever loved them. Did you ever love them? And I do feel like you do, but you're not willing to. I feel like you still do, but you're not willing to open up. You're not willing to allow those feelings and emotions to come to the surface. This person is depressed. They're looking at the past. They don't feel like you love them. They feel in love. They feel like, you know, the things that they most want in the world are not available to them. I do feel like they are very focused right now on self-care. I feel like they're focusing on, you know, their home, their family, their children, if they have children, their money. Yeah, they're definitely working hard. But I just feel like this is somebody that is questioning whether or not, and that's where whether or not you care for them, whether or not love is actually going to be in their life. Are they ever going to have all these things that they imagine and want? And this is where their anxiety is coming from. Let me see why the Emperor is in reverse between Taurus and this person. All right, so Page of Wands. They have the Page of Wands in the reverse. And the Four of Swords reversed. So you both want to talk to each other. I feel like if you reach out, this person will respond. But it looks like you're reaching out, but you're doing it more in a passionate way, not with your emotions and feelings. Yeah, it's kind of, the way you're reaching out, Taurus, looks like it's a little bit immature, if I'm being completely honest. This person is going to respond to you. I can see that there's been a time between communication, and this person's been trying to heal. They've been hoping that you would reach out, and it does look like you're going to. Let me see what's affecting the connection. Why is this Ace of Cups in reverse? All right, we have the Two of Pentacles. We have the Hangman in reverse. So you're starting to view this connection differently. You're tired of waiting for this communication. I feel like you are a little defensive, but you're viewing this differently. You're trying very hard to see yourself through this person's eyes, especially with regard to this breakup. Now, the person that's in your energy, they're very focused on, you know, on their own stability. They're focused on bringing balance into their life. I do think that this person is very proactive. They could even own a business, but I feel like they're kind of having to focus heavily on their money because I feel like there's something here that's affected their money a little bit. They could be robbing Peter to pay Paul. So there's there's other stuff going on with their finances and their money that they haven't quite resolved yet. But with regard to your connection with them, I feel like they just want something balanced. They want an equal and balanced connection. And it doesn't have to start big. It doesn't have to start big. It's something that they're willing to you know, work on and build into. I think that you're beginning, after a very long time, you're beginning to view this connection differently. And I do feel like you do want to talk, but it's like you're in this stubborn energy where you're going to wait for them. And I feel like you're tired of waiting for them. Let me see the outcome. Show me the outcome at the end of the week for Taurus. All right, we have the Six of Wands. We have the Ace of Swords. Now, that's in your energy. And then we have the Eight of Cups. All right, so I do feel like there's going to be communication. But that communication is going to bring in anxiety. It is, because this person wants a successful connection. They know what they feel is a successful connection. They already have an idea. And I feel like they're very settled into that. Now, I will say this person is showing up here as being very loyal and very faithful as well. But they question your loyalty. They question your faithfulness. On your side of it, you want this person to reach out to you. You feel like they cut you out. Yeah, and I think that your biggest fear is what's going to happen if you walk away from the connection. What's going to happen if this person cuts you out completely? I don't know. It's almost like you want this person to prove themselves. And they're not going to do it. They're not going to do it. They feel like that's manipulative. I do see a conversation happening, but I feel like it's going to cause you, whatever this conversation is, it's anxiety producing for both of you. And I feel like it's going to make you walk away. You're in this very cutting energy. So I would be very careful, Taurus, how you spoke to this person, because it looks like you're speaking to this person in a very toxic manner, and a dishonest manner. And it feels like it's because you wanted them to reach out. They didn't, and it triggered your fears. In any event, I see you walking away from this person after this conversation, but you will have gained some clarity as to what this person feels that they need for a successful connection. I do feel like it's going to make this person kind of withdraw into themselves a little bit, and it's going to make them feel very sad. But I also feel like they know exactly what they're looking for, and I feel like they are going to communicate that honestly. Bottom of the deck is the Five of Swords in the reverse. This is underlying energy, and it does indicate that there is a great need here to avoid this conflict, because this conflict is going to get ugly. It looks like there's manipulation involved in it. So I do see communication, but I would be very careful and choose your words carefully. You know, make up your mind what it is that you really do want before you go into this conversation, because it does look like it's just going to spin it out of control all over again. And I have to be honest, Taurus, it looks like it's coming from your side. Now, maybe your energy has switched, and that's fine. Just put yourself where you belong, but I would speak kindly, and if you're going to communicate with this person, communicate in a kind manner. That's all. I mean, remember, at the end of the day, you're always responsible for what you say and do. So I'm going to pull an oracle card for you. pulling for Taurus. Pulling for Taurus. There we go. All right, it's number 40, and it says beauty. So give me just a second, and I'll read that for you. All right, every rose has its thorns, and the symbol of beauty reminds you that beauty is never perfect, just as the beautiful experiences you have will not be perfect forever. When you revel in the beauty that is true, you can look at yourself in the mirror and realize that you are already perfect as you are. When you choose this symbol, it's a sign that beauty is all around you. Keep a positive attitude, expect wonderful things, and they will come to you. See yourself as beautiful and know that beauty is not skin deep. It includes qualities that lie well beneath the surface. Look for this truer beauty in others as well, and always look beyond appearances. All right, I hope this has been helpful for you, Taurus. If you've resonated with this reading, hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. And until I see you guys in your next reading, Taurus, know that you are loved, and namaste.